Hello again to our multiplayer course. In this video we will make the recoil, the tank recoil. We will calculate the recoil and implement the recoil to the tank hub. First, to start, let's go to the application graph and make a custom event and make it, call it server calculate recoil. Make it run on server and make it reliable. I'll make it reliable because, as I said, my internet is weak, and if I make it unreliable, it will not show on the in the game. So if your internet is good, you can make it unreliable, because this recoil is visual stuff. If it does not register, it is not that important, but it is for visual effects of the tank, so that it will add some realistic value to the game. So here we need an input. Let's call it recoil, and we need another custom event which will be multicast. Calculate recoil. Also make it reliable. As I said, it is because of my internet, but you can make it unreliable if you have a good internet. Also here we add a float, also called recoil. Here in this multicast, first let's call this multicast here. Multicast calculate recoil, and also coordinate the recoil. Now in the multicast calculate recoil, we need to add a torque to the hull mesh. How do we do it? First we need to get the mesh and add torque in radians. This node adds a torque to the bone, to the specific bone here that we will specify, and it depends on the value that you will set. For me, this boolean here, acceleration change, if you make it true, it will add torque, and it will not take the weight of the vehicle in account. So it will change, or not change, to apply the recoil in a value that will not be affected by the weight. So if we leave it unticked, if we increase the weight, we need to increase the value of the torque. But if you make it true, even if you change the weight of the vehicle, you can keep the recoil value the same. Let me show you here. First we need the torque. How do we calculate the torque? First of all, we need the transform of the turret. Get socket transform. Here we need the turret socket name. Let's go back to the tank mesh, copy the turret joint and put it here. Also, let's promote it to a variable and call it turret sockets. Let's change this name, make it gun socket, muzzle socket. I forgot to name it the proper name, so let's go back to the turret socket. Also change the category to tank properties. Here we need the direction of the turret, so that we apply the recoil according to the direction of the turret. So here we need to transform direction and connect this to the torque. And split this one because we need the y axis, the y direction. Connect this one to the we multiply it by a value, a negative value. It is -10, as I experimented with it. Also, let's promote it to a variable and call it recoil value. Also put it in the tank properties. We saw that I didn't replicate the recoil value on the turret socket because first of all, this will run on multicast, which will run on all clients. Secondly, it is already on the server, so it's already run on the server, and because it is not an important thing in the game, because if you cheat like and change the recoil, so what, you will not break the game and you will not affect the gameplay, because the recoil is only cosmetic. So I will not replicate these variables. Here for the bone name, here we need the hull. Let's call it hull sockets. Let's go to the tank and find the hull socket, which is this one called cog joint. Go back to the socket and paste it here. Now let's comment on this. Calculate recoil. Sorry, recoil. Now let's implement this custom event in the event graph. First, we need a timeline. Add a timeline. Let's call it recoil. Well, what timeline does it? First, we need to be clear from the start. Timeline is like it's a node that will be activated for a certain time that you specify, and it will run for this time, and then it will stop. This gives us an updated value for the time that we set, which is the shooting time. We open the recoil template and add a track here. We need a float track. Let's call it recoil and change this value to maybe half a second, because this will represent the curve for the shooting. We'll add 3 keys. The first key will be on the 0 value on the time and the value. The second one will be in the half time, and it will have a value of 1. The third one will be in the maximum time, which is 0.5 seconds, and the value will remain 0. Let's go back. You see now we have the recoil here, and here on the update, let's call server calculate recoil, and here now we should have the recoil done. So let's check the game. Now let's see if we shoot. We see now we have recoil. Sorry. Now that we have the recoil on the tank, now we need to add the recoil for the gun. So here let's replicate this variable to point to a variable. Let's call it recoil alpha, and we will need this we need to go to the anim blueprint to add the recoil for the gun. Here in the update animation, let's get recoil alpha. Recoil alpha, promote it to a variable and set it here. Then go to the enemy graph, and here we need a transform modify bone. We need this one. For bone to modify is the gun joint, and here we need to modify the, we need only the translation, add to existing, the rotation and the scale, we do not need them. So here let me just find out, it is a component space. I think we should change it to parent bone space. So we need to change the X value. Let's get the recoil alpha and put it here. Now let's test. Now let's see. Well, let me fire again. Well, let me try it again. Let me see the clients. Let me just move in front of the tank. Let's try to shoot. Well, the gun does not change. Let me see what's wrong. First, what we need to do is that we need to move this recoil alpha and put it in the multicast. Put it here in the multicast. Then let's go back to the animation blueprint. Here, first we need to choose the gun 1 joint, which is the one responsible for the movement of the gun. Also, we need to change this one to parent bone space, so that it will take into account the rotation of the turret, and also multiply the recoil alpha by maybe minus 50. Now let's try. Now let's see if we shoot. Now the gun is moving. Now let's try the other tanks. Now we move forward, and I will stand here. I will shoot. You see the gun is moving. Let me go in front of the other client and find out if this works. Now let me shoot here. Now it's moving. Now let me look at the other client also. Let me check. Also this move. So instead of doing this, let me just delete this one and go back to our blueprint tank. We need to put the recoil here and set the recoil after we multiply it by the value, and make it like this. This is better, so we do not need to set another value or multiply it again in the animation blueprint. Now let's check it is working. Now let me shoot. Okay, it's better. We shoot again. Well, we need to increase the recoil value, maybe make it minus 20. We shoot. Well, it is too much, so let's revert to our previous method, which is go back to the animation, to the NMBP, and now multiply it by a little value, maybe by 2. Let's try. Let me shoot. It is better now. Now I'll shoot again. You see it is working well. Let me move forward a little bit. Now I'll shoot. Now it is working fine. Well, I will stop now because the video is becoming too long. I will continue on the next video. I will make the projectile shooting effects, like shooting sounds and the shooting particle effects. Thank you for watching. See you on the next video.